So I'm the mediator, and I will say 4 basic rules for each one in this meeting. So you guys have 30 seconds for statements, and you guys have 4 basic rules to listen now. So the first rule is only speak when recognized by the mediator, present ideas quickly and without personal attacks. That's the first rule. The second rule is everyone has the right to pursue their personal interests, but remember to do so in a way that benefits themselves and others. The third rule is everyone will be responsible for making an agreement. Okay, that's the rules. Now, wait a second. Now the groups has to do one passage, and I will show you a pack for you. I will do a pack for you, and you need to talk with others about the pack. Wait a second. Okay. The first pack I will show you guys is, wait a second. Okay, the first pack is the first issue in string flow goals, and the role will be governor special assistant. Do you guys understand? Okay. So the governor special assistant needs to show an idea about string flow goals.
Alejandro, that's you. Alejandra, that's you. He's calling you.
Am I supposed to type on chat or just say it verbally?
This is all verbal.
Okay. So for my first option, I would like to present an idea of what we want would be we would like to maintain and enhance the water supply. This is what we are asking for when it comes to the in-stream flow goals. That would be not our top priority, but it is an important one. So, yeah.
Okay. Now another person just. Oh yeah, sorry. I jumped this part. Sorry. I was sorry. So before that, we need to introduce ourselves. Sorry, Governor Special Assistant. The first one, who wants to introduce yourself first? Okay, State Department, you can go.
So I guess I'll just introduce myself quickly. I am from the State Department of Fish and Game, and I'm a representative. I will try my very best to make sure that the in-stream flows and we have some strategies for increasing the amount of fish and game that are will be present inside the stream and to create a better ecosystem.
Okay, thank you. Now the tribe's representative.
Hello, I am the tribe's representative from the tribal council, and the tribe's goal is to restore the river and limit the disturbances that threaten its life and to preserve our cultural heritage.
Okay, thank you. Now the irrigator's representative.
I am the representative of the irrigators. Our goal is to still be able to irrigate as we are responsible for our crops and we need to irrigate, otherwise nobody is going to be able to live near the river.
Now the regional water supplier.
Yeah, our goal is to provide, we have a long-term priority to provide safe and reliable water at a reasonable cost, for domestic uses to Long City and its surrounding areas. And we're concerned with the below average water levels that have been affecting these areas, especially in the summer months.
Okay, now representative for environment.
So I'm the representative for the Environmental Recreation Coalition. We represent a solution-oriented coalition of environmental and recreational interests, advocating for protection of supply and quality of water resources in our area. Some of our main goals is just to maintain high flows, which will be good for the fish, the ecosystem, anglers, canoers, hikers, people engaging in recreational activities. And we want to basically agree on decisions that will allow some sort of data-driven, a more data-driven decision path in the future.
Okay, and finally the governor special assistant.
I am the governor's special assistant. I am here to represent the governor and helping to come into agreement with all the issues you guys present me with.
Okay, everybody goes, right? So now I will show you the pack for you guys, and you need and you listen. So after listen, you say what you accept or you reject, and finally that we have to go for a statement. So first, I will show a pack for you, and you need to discuss about this, right? Okay. So the first pack is, I will change. The first pack is about it's about Eastern flow goals, and the role now will be it will be irrigators group. Okay.
So I have to say for option 1, sorry, just checking like what I would prefer.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the first issue of the in-stream flow goals, we as irrigators would like to maintain and enhance the water supply. This because it will protect our right to use the water to produce food, and that's essential for everybody living near the river. By maintaining and enhancing it, it will also not make the in-stream flow of the river any worse than it is now.
Okay, that's what she defends. And other role is the same issue, but the role now is trib. the
So
tribes represent?
our goal with the in-stream flow is to restore the ecosystem to ensure a robust fishery. So a functioning ecosystem preserves our cultural values, and we want to conserve the ecosystem while also honoring our treaty-based fishing rights and covering all wildlife and botanical resources within the watershed.
Okay, thank you. Now, the state fish and game.
Hi, so the goal of my party is actually in line with the tribe representatives' goal, and we want to restore the ecosystem to ensure a robust fishery because that will actually provide the most protection to fish and wildlife. And I will say that we do believe that this option will do better than just maintaining and enhancing the water supply because as you can see, the water supply as of right now is not doing well, so we need to restore the ecosystem.
Okay, thank you. Now, the regional water supplier.
Yeah, this isn't our highest priority, but it is definitely still very important. And, we want to reduce our risk of not meeting water supplies while simultaneously, maintaining flexibility in how we operate our water supply system. Because of course we do not want to cause any further harm and we want to protect it as much as possible. So maintaining and enhancing this water supply, is definitely important.
Okay, thank you. Now, the Environment Recreation Coalition.
Yeah, so this is a pretty critical issue for us. We need to protect ecosystem values for fisheries and recreational opportunities. So we would like to go for option 3, restoring the ecosystem to ensure a robust fishery, because we want to restore the natural variability of the system. We don't want to just end up fixing one problem only to create another problem. And this is the only option that takes an ecosystem-based approach. And so we would like to proceed with option 3.
Okay, thank you. Now, after that, I will question you guys about if you have anyone suggest to change some idea. Do you all guys accepted all the goals? Do you have some suggest to change and something? Like if it's better for you or some idea do you guys have?
I would just like to say that option 1 does not benefit the tribe at all by maintaining and enhancing the water supply because this doesn't protect our rights.
Sorry, can you say again? Okay. Can you
Okay,
say
can you,
again, please?
can you, can you hear
My
me?
internet. Okay. Yeah, my
Can you guys hear
internet.
me?
Yeah,
Okay,
please.
so I was saying that option 1 does not benefit the tribe at all by maintaining and enhancing the water supply because this option does not protect our rights as a tribe.
Okay. So the State Department, do you want to say something? You raise your hand. Okay.
Yes, so actually, I also wanted to say option 1 does not help the ecosystem in any way. I think the representative for the environment also agrees with me on this. But option 1, because it won't help the ecosystem and it won't make the water source better, even though we've seen that it has been depleted, I think that option 3 would definitely be the way to go in this scenario.
Okay. Anyone want to say something? Any state representative, irrigators? Do you have some idea to change or do you accept this? Okay, irrigators, you can go.
I think we also need to think about the fact that people need to that without any use of water from the river, a lot of us are not able to live near the river, as the river is important to produce food and to yeah.
Okay, okay. Governor, special, do you have something? Regional water, something to say, or do you guys accept?
For regional water, yeah, I mean, we accept because this definitely falls in line with our goals.
Okay, okay. Representative, something, governor, everything right?
Yeah, I'd just like to add my vote or my emphasis on option 3 because in terms of food and also recreation, I think option 3 is the best way. So it doesn't just contribute to one aspect, but to the environment and recreational activities, which is a heavy emphasis for the people living around the area.
Okay, and finally, governors, do you have something, something to say about a chain? No? Okay, so after listing all your goals, I will say for you guys, if you can live with that suppositions, do you guys will live in a world that all that defense is okay? Well, wait, let me. Do you guys would live in a good world with that propositions, or someone like to wanna say, I don't like that idea. I wanna change this. Do you guys all accept the goals? Do you understand? Okay, okay. So after that propositions, I will say another pack for you, and you need to say the same thing, defend and show your ideas. Okay? Okay, so let's go. The first issue was in-stream flow goals, and you defend your points. And now I will say for you another pack. And the pack is strategies. And the same thing you need to do is show your idea and attack and defend your idea. First, I want to say, and I want to talk with Tribe. Do you have something to say about strategies?
Yes, actually. So our first choice is option 4, which is restrictions, because we do want water to stay in the river. The goal is to establish a threshold which no water could be diverted, which that strategy is the most likely that will be protective of the fish, which again is what our tribe is. That's our goal, to make sure our rights are still protected.
Okay, okay. And now the State Fish and Game Department. Yes, do
So,
you have?
yep, we actually think market mechanisms might be the best way. Just because restrictions, we think that during low flow time periods, it would not be as realistic or enforceable. However, we think through market mechanisms, option 3 The new storage impoundment option will be taken off the table, and then we can pursue a better state designation for the upper watershed area. So we think option 3 might be the best in this scenario.
Okay, okay. Just a second. Now, who wants to say some irrigators? Do you want to say something about the issue 2?
Yeah, for us, this is a high priority issue, and we would prefer option 1, water demand management, because this is the least painful option for us. It will provide us with a bit of flexibility to irrigate our or to use the river for irrigation, and hopefully it can help us manage our crops.
Okay, okay. And regional water about the
Yeah,
issue 2?
Yeah, this is our top priority issue, and I have to agree with irrigation that, the first option, water demand management, is the best. Because when we look at, gains that we can make from channel improvements, in addition to flow management, this is the most like politically acceptable solution and least expensive one to us. So option 1 is, our choice, and yeah.
Okay, okay. Now the special assistant. About the issue 2. Something to say?
You're talking about me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So for these options from the government, we are saying that we could do restrictions, even though it's a little bit on the impossible side to get it done, but we could still manage to try to get it done. But our best choice would be to go for the water damage management, just because it's more easier to get it done and it will get done compared to the restriction one, but we could go for either one.
Okay, thank you. And finally, representative.
Yeah, so we would like to go for option 4, restrictions. This is our first choice because it will be the most protective of the ecosystem, as mentioned before, and it would ensure that flows don't drop below what we set as our in-stream flow objectives.
Okay, now I forgot this in issue 1, so I will say for you guys in this issue 2 to vote in the best option to make the final proposed. So who wanna vote first? State,
Sorry.
you can. Sorry, Trip. And
Are
Sorry,
we
just
voting on issue 2 or
about this issue 2,
okay?
I will back for the issue 1. Sorry. So who wanna go? State? Do you wanna vote?
Yeah, I just since I just spoke, I'll say my vote is option 4 is my first vote, and if that cannot be reached in agreement, then my second vote would be for option 3.
I would also like to agree that option 4 is the tribe's first vote, and we will accept option 3, but those are the only 2 options for us.
Okay. And now State.
I want to say that my first vote will be for option 3, market mechanisms. However, if that vote is not possible because not enough people are voting for that one, then I don't mind with going with option 4, although I do still think option 3 is better.
Okay, option 3 is the best. And irrigator, now it's your turn. You wanna vote?
I'll vote for option 1. And I could live with option number 2, but not any of the other options.
Okay, now governors, special assistant. Your vote.
I'm gonna go with option 4, but I would also accept option 3.
Okay, now water supplier.
Yeah, the water supplier will not accept option 4 or 3. Our first choice is option 1, and we will also accept option 2.
So is option 2, right? Option 2. Now going back to the first issue, I need your vote too. Who wanna start with the vote about the first issue?
I'll
Trib
start.
or Steve? Okay, Trib representative.
The tribe, our first choice is option 3, restore the ecosystem to ensure a robust fishery.
Okay. Now State Department, do you wanna go now?
Yeah,
Okay.
my vote will also be for option 3, as I want to restore the ecosystem and ensure a robust fishery.
Okay. Now irrigators, about the
Um,
issue.
I'll vote for option number 1.
Okay. Water supplier, your vote.
Option 1, but I mean, it's not too crazy if anything else happens. This isn't very top priority.
Okay. So option 1. A representative for environment.
Option 3.
Okay. And finally, governor special assistant.
Option 1.
Okay, so that's the votes about the 2 issues, and we need to discuss about 2 more issues. And the third issue is future development. And the first one to say something about this and defend your point. Who wanna go first? So State
Uh,
Department. Okay, water supplier, do you wanna go?
yeah, I could go first.
Okay.
This isn't our highest, top priority, but it is important to us. And, I just want to start by saying that, we'll be pushing for option 1 because, we don't want future, exempts for our water supply, especially if we're investing in resources for in-stream flow. So future development is important to us, and, we want to condition all future development projects.
Okay. Now State Department.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to agree with the regional water supplier here, and for our future development, it might not be our top priority, but it is important to us. And I think option 1, conditioning of all future projects, would best help us because that way we can evaluate cumulative impacts of any new licenses before approving a development.
Okay. Now who wanna go? Tribs?
I also agree with option 1 with condition on future projects because this protects the fish habitats.
Okay. Now irrigators.
We prefer option 2 to screen all future projects, and that is to make sure that like any restrictions made in the future, when restrictions are made, we aren't undermined by others.
Okay. And environment representative for environment.
Yeah, we would like to go for option 1, because we believe that future developments should proceed only if they will conserve, protect, or restore the river. And as opposed to option 2, which we believe is just not good enough, and we don't have a lot of confidence that it will result in any significant changes.
Okay. And finally, special system about the issue 3. What do you defend?
I would go with option. I'm gonna go with option 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go with option 1 just because. Well, if I were to go with option 1, this may limit the growth of like opportunities for growth, just because it could cause land to devalue. I'm gonna put that out there for everybody. So if I were to go with option 1, that could happen. So if I were to go with option 2, it might be easier to balance the difference of stakeholders. I do want to also put out there that it will also manage the land and water that is going through those projects. So that is also why I want to put out there. So my final decision would be option 2.
Okay. So we talk about 3 issues and new votes. And finally, we have the last issue is about enforcement. Okay, enforcement. And who wanna start with enforcement? And okay, tribes representative.
Okay, and enforcement, I just want to start out by saying enforcement is like one of our like most important issues. We as the tribe wants to go with option 1, federal enforcement. The federal government is the most likely to protect our interests and is the most appropriate entity for us to be negotiating with the sovereign nation. Also, it's extremely important that we resolve this issue now as a tribe, so that our descendants don't have to go through this again and won't have to renegotiate it. We also want to guarantee that there are real improvements within the ecosystem as well.
Okay. Who wanna go now? About the issue 4?
I could go real fast.
Okay.
I just want to start by saying that, this is not a priority for us. We would prefer option 3 to, have a local voluntary agreement to protect in-stream flow, but it's not a top priority for us. So, I mean, if option 1 was the option with the tribe, then we would be fine with it.
Okay. Who wanna say now? State Department, do you wanna say something about the issue 4?
So we do believe that option 2, the state enforcement with local commission would be our preferred option. However, if maybe other parties are willing to switch their thoughts on a different issue, then I would be willing to switch to option 1 for this issue.
Okay. Who wanna say now?
Yeah, we can go. So for issue 4, for this issue, our first choice would be option 2. Just going back to the serious data limitations that we're all facing, an adaptive approach with local input and state enforcement to back it up would be the best way forward.
Okay. Governor special system about the issue 4.
I would choose option 2. Just because this will help. Well, we want to just come into an agreement under the state authority.
Okay. Everyone say about the issue 4. Irrigators, sorry.
It's okay. So we would like option number 3 because we think that local level decisions are the best approach to developing a strategy for addressing local problems, which this is. And it would also help us develop relationships among the people that we need to work with.
Okay. So after all the issues and the votes, we have to make a final decision, okay? First, sorry. Cribs?
Yeah, I did just want to say that I think it was the State Department for issue 4. You said you would if somebody was willing to like negotiating a different issue that you would switch to option 1, I believe. What for I think it for your issue for issue 2, what was your option? What was your first choice?
For issue 2, my first choice was option 3.
Yeah, option 3.
Would you be
Oh.
willing to Okay. I would
Okay,
be
I have
willing to switch my issue if when the votes come up, if you're willing to switch yours.
okay. So going back about the first issue, we have a draw. So we have 3 votes at option 3 and 3 votes for option 1. About the issue 2, we have 4 votes for option 4, okay? That's okay. 4 votes for option 4, right? About the issue 3, we have the issue 3, who vote option 3 and in the issue 3? Anyone vote at the option 3 in the issue 3? Okay. And the issue 4, we have 3 votes for option 2. Okay. And after all that, we have to go for a conclusion. And after that, we have to go for a conclusion. And the conclusion is the option 3 is the most voted, right? And the question is, if option 3 is the best, do you accept live with that in a word with that option? Do you think the option? Sorry.
I'm sorry, just try to help my mediator. Luiz, você tem 4 issues e cada um tem as opções, por isso você tem que votar, eles têm que votar e aí você vai pegar a opção mais votada de cada issue e vai formar a opção final, entendeu?
Ah, entendi. Tipo, a
Tem.
opção 1,
Então,
na issue 2
deu
foi
isso.
a opção 4 mais votada, por exemplo.
Isso. Na primeira tem que votar de novo, se alguém quer mudar.
Ah, tá.
No issue 3, eu não sei, tem que ver qual que eles escolheram. Pede para votar
Tá,
de
tá.
novo, só falar a opção.
Aham.
E no issue 4 também, ok?
Tá, então, por exemplo, na issue 2 tem 4 votos, da opção 4, e aí eu faço, só para confirmar mesmo, aí eu faço,
Isso.
aí depois desses votos eu faço o quê? Que eu não entendi.
Então, aí você vai falar qual que foi a opção mais votada de cada issue no
Ah, tá, e
final.
aí
Essa vai
depois...
ser a conclusão,
Ah,
entendeu?
isso, aí termina.
Uhum,
Ah, tá bom, desculpa,
isso aí.
professor, perdão.
Imagina, tranquilo.
So sorry, we have a little problems here. So come back. I will say that what was the most voted issue, the most option voted in any issue. So coming back to issue 1, we have a draw, so we need to make another votes, because we have 3 votes to option 3 and 3 votes to option 1. And we have to find a conclusion. And I will say for you guys, vote again for we make a tiebreaker. Okay?
Yeah, I
Okay,
could
so
start.
okay.
Regional water supply, we're talking about option 1, right?
Yes.
Or issue 1. Well, for issue 1, I'm gonna go with option 1, so that's my vote.
Okay, option 1 about issue 1. So after that, we make a decision. Issue 1, the option 1 is the winner with 4 votes. Okay. So again, issue 2, we have 4 votes for option 4. Issue 1, we have 4 votes to issue 1, 4 votes for option 1 in issue 1. And going back to the issue 3, can you guys repeat your votes, please, in issue 3? Just the vote. State, you can say again the vote.
So this is for issue 3, not issue 1?
Yeah, just to I lost the votes. Can you say again, please? About the issue 3.
Well, for issue 3, I wanted option 1.
Okay, and tribes, what are your option?
Option 1.
1, 2. Irrigators, what's your option? In issue
Option
3?
2.
2. Water supplier in issue 3?
For
Uh,
issue 3, our final vote is option 1. That's what we want to go with.
1.
Yeah, option 1.
Okay, and environment, the issue 3, what was our vote?
Option 1.
Okay, and governor? What was our vote for issue 3?
Option
Oh,
2.
just
Okay.
just to remind you, we have just 15 minutes to finish the game. 15 minutes
Okay,
to finish the game, so that's okay.
Okay, about in issue 3, the winner is option 1. And finally, the issue 4, the winner is option 3. Okay, guys, that was all the votes. And that is the results. And finally, about these results, I need to ask you if you wanna change something or everything is all right.
Yeah, for issue 4, you said option 3 was the winner.
Yeah, or I make it wrong, or I listen wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, option 3.
For
Yeah.
the tribe, option 3 is unacceptable. So if somebody wants to negotiate to make option 1 their vote or
I
anything
have
other than option 3.
I have a quick question for the mediator with with you, the tribe. For option 2, mediator, was the final vote for option 1 for issue 2?
For issue 2, the option winner is, wait a second. For the issue 2, the option 4 was the winner. Oh, sorry,
Okay,
issue 1, the winner is option 1.
for issue 2.
And the issue 2, option 4.
Okay, do you know what the vote was? Like how many to what?
What?
Do you know how many people voted for 4 and how many voted for 1? Like if the tribe switched to 1, would that mean that option 1 wins?
3 persons vote in option 1, in the issue
Okay.
1.
So if one more person votes for option 1 and issue 2, that now wins.
Yeah. You vote in option 1, right? In the issue 1.
2. Yeah, issue 2 I'm talking about though.
About issue 2. The issue 2, the winner is option 4 with 4
And
votes.
how many votes did option 1 get?
We have 4 votes in issue 2, option 4, and 4 votes for option 4 in issue 2, and about the option 1, right? We have 1
Mhm.
vote.
That's it, just me?
Yeah.
No, me as well. I
Yeah,
also
she
voted option one.
Would it be possible, mediator, for you to put the votes in like the chat?
the
That would
chat.
get a visual so it won't be so confusing.
Okay, I'm reading my messages here, sorry. But do you want to
So
discuss
irrigation
about
voted irrigation voted for option 1 and issue 2. So there should be 2 votes. And then I'm gonna ask the tribe if they want to switch to option 1, then I'll switch to option 3 in issue 4.
As far as issue 2, option 1 is non-negotiable. We're no, but I will accept option 3 for issue 2.
option?
What about option 2?
Um,
Water supply people are gonna be mad.
I will accept option 3. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Anyone want to say something? I think it's that all the votes, and I take a little confused because I don't send the votes in the chat. I'm sorry. Wait a second. I will put in the chat. Sorry. Oh, for issue 1, we have got 4, 2. Yeah. I think it's sorry.
Can I quickly ask the regional water supplier and irrigators representatives, what are you guys' top priority issues?
Yeah.
For me, it is 2 and 4.
Okay.
But 2, I actually just as the water supplier really want to change to option 1, but if issue 4 is option 3, then it's okay.
So can I ask, is option 2 a viable option for you in issue 2? For issue 2, is option 2 a viable option?
Yes, I could
Okay,
switch to
so
that.
I would be willing to switch my vote to option 2 for issue 2 if
Mhm.
we could switch to option 3 for issue 1.
Okay, wait, can you say again your vote?
So if we could get an agreement on option 3 for issue 1, then
Option
I would
3.
be willing to change my vote for issue 2 to option 2.
Okay, issue 1, the winner was option 3. And your vote for issue 2 was?
My initial vote was 4, but I'm saying I'm willing to change it to 2.
To 2, okay. For we have a tiebreaker. I am sending the most voted options, okay? Issue 1, option 3, issue 2, option 4, issue 3, option 2 was the most voted, and issue 4. And issue 4, anyone want should change your vote?
Which one is most voted for issue 4 right now?
So anyone want to change? It's option 3.
Because I'm okay with option 2, and then who
Issue 4.
voted option 3?
Irrigators, option 3, right? So can you say again the vote in issue 4?
So for issue
Very
4,
key.
I'm option 2.
2, tribes,
Option 1.
1, representative, your vote for issue 4. Oh, say again, please.
Option 2.
2, irrigators,
Option 3.
and Roger, one water supplier,
Option 3.
and assistant.
Option 2.
Okay, so we have a draw in option 2 and 3 in issue 4. So we have to tiebreak.
If I may, I think I can help reach a resolution here. So I'm willing, if you guys can follow and let me know if I need to repeat myself, but I'm willing to change for issue 2. I'm willing to change my vote to option 2. And for issue 4, I'm willing to change my vote to option 3 if we can get option 3 for issue 1. And let me know if I have to repeat myself.
Okay, so
I can.
okay, irrigators, you can say, sorry.
Sorry. No, I can agree with that. So I would be willing to change my option for issue 1 to from 1 to 3. And then
Okay, 3 issue 1.
yeah, so if you can change for issue 4 to option number 3, and
3,
I would
okay.
also prefer option 2 than for issue 2. But I will be willing to change my vote for 1 then.
Okay. So that was the, anyone want to change something? Okay, so finally we have all these options in all these issues I sent in the test. And now we have to go for finally it's all that votes, and that's the conclusion.
All right, very good, team. Louis, you did a great job. Louis, tell me your final votes on each of the issues. Did you reach at least majority on each issue?
What? Say again, please.
Tell me your votes. Tell me your votes on each issue.
My votes?
Not you personally, the team's votes.
Okay. I make the winner vote. The issue should have the option for winner with the
No,
most voted.
Just the number of votes. Just the number of votes on each issue.
Okay, 4 votes in issue 2. Issue 1. 4 votes in option 3. Issue 2. No, sorry, issue 2, 4 votes in option 4. Issue 1, 4 votes in option 3. Issue 3, we have 4 votes in option 2. And issue 4, we have 4 votes in option 3.
Okay. Okay, so let's do a little debrief. So your team, this team reached majority on every issue, not unanimity, but that you didn't need unanimity, but you reached majority. So who was the one, because you only got 4 votes, who was the one holding out? Was it usually is the irrigators or the tribe? Is that what happened here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Usually those are the two groups that are really tough to get some kind of vote out of. And so what I saw in this team, which was really good, was I saw you, mediator, trying to negotiate that, and I also saw a couple other people jumping in, like the regional water supplier and the Environmental Recreation Coalition and the Tribal Nation. I saw you guys trying to jump in and negotiate what you would trade. And that's really one of the big lessons here is, we want to try to get to some kind of compromising going on these environmental difficult decisions. And so as we move through environmental sustainability, many of our projects get stalemated. And so it's really good that we start thinking about what's called the zone of possible agreement. We tend to be so polarized. We think of what is unacceptable, or we think what we want to maximize, but there's a middle ground in there where you may not get everything you want, but you will get something that you want. So it's not completely unacceptable. There's only 2 pathways through this game where you can get unanimity. There's only 2 routes. Most of the time you do get majority, and some of the time you don't finish. Each team is different. Dr. Eduardo and I have been playing these teams for a long time, and each team takes a different approach. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Oh, and one more thing I want to see in the debrief: attention to process. So that's one of the lessons learned here, is how do you work on the process of gaining consensus? And so each team leader has their own style of doing that. And so you will see that I will be compiling these recordings, sending them out to Dr. Eduardo for his students as well, and to Morocco, because there will be some Moroccan students playing later in the later teams. And my students will do a discussion board. They will do a DB to review the recordings. My students will be asked to review the recordings and compare the different approaches of how to get to either a majority vote or to unanimity. Okay, Dr. Eduardo, do you want to say something now?
Yes, okay. I would say congratulations to the mediator. It was a bit confused at the start, but now we are chatting, and then I tried to help him. I'm sorry, but also thank you for this team for the support, and you tried it in the end to negotiate a little bit, so change the votes and so on. You coordinated very well, and so that was a great time, a great game, and well, nice to meet you all.
And let me give real kudos to the team. You guys came on time. You were all prepared. You got done within an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an achievement. This is not an easy task. And Louis, you did all of this in a second language. That is impressive, guys. Very impressive. By the
I
way,
get that.
I think this is the first time, Dr. Eduardo, that we've
Yeah.
had our global partner be the mediator, the leader of the team. This is the we've played about 40 games.
Right. That's right.
This is the first time, because we let you sign up for what you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's usually they're scared. The global students are like, oh, because this is a tough task in a second language. I can't even imagine doing this in the 2 second languages I have. There's no way. And so Louis did this for the first time
Yeah.
from our partner in a second language, guys. And all of the other team members were helpful. I saw each of you being helpful. The cultural competencies are the secondary goal here that is really important. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, guys.
Good job. Good
to
job.
everybody here. All right, give me some time to compile. Okay. It takes a while, but I'm really impressed with you guys. I mean, this was a lot of fun. And it puts what we're studying into action. You should have felt that pressure of trying to maximize your goal, but then not ruining it for the entire team, right? You feel that pressure, that zone of acceptance and agreement. And it was good. Very good. Alrighty, guys. Yes, great
All right.
job. Great job, guys. Louis,
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you,
And my
mediator,
students-
as well.
Great supporting this process. Good job.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank
Thank you,
bye.
professors. Thank you, Louis.
Teacher
Bye.
Kelly.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wonderful job.